This former city council candidate by the name of Addison Sarter is bringing a ballot initiative. Just African American autonomous zones. What do you need legislation for? Y'all have already done it. Welcome back to Heavy Duty Country. My God, we talk everything America on this channel. So if you're an American and you love America, hit that subscribe button. Or you can go join China or Russia or wherever. Just get out. So I don't know if y'all remember. I'm sure most of you do who have followed me for a while. But the guy Grandmaster Jay from the NFAC really kicked this whole thing off in terms of autonomous zones and these woke black people wanting their own nation in America. Now I say woke black people because not all black people are like this. You know when he got on camera and said, I'm the official Grandmaster Jay and we'll take Texas.
I'm the official Grandmaster Jay. The United States has a choice. Either A, carve us a piece of land out here, we'll take Texas.
How'd that work out for you, bud? Pretty sure you're about to go to prison. But anyways, I really feel like that kind of kicked off a movement in America where people think that they can just take over a neighborhood and call it their own and have their own government and do whatever they want. So these autonomous zones in Portland, Washington, Austin, Minneapolis, they just started forming to where cops weren't allowed in, and some of them had rules for white people. If you're white, understand that you're part of the problem. Let me just clear this up for all y'all. The only reason we are part of the problem is because we don't buy into your BS. Does that make sense? This former city council candidate by the name of Addison Sarter is bringing a ballot initiative. Just African American autonomous zones. Most of the spots, police were just like, screw it. If they don't want help, if someone gets shot in there, it's on them. So there's a few problems with this, to say the least. But let me start with the bare bones of it. If you were born in America, I don't care if you are an alien from outer space. I don't care if you're a raccoon. You're an American. You're not African American. You're not Indian American. You're not Irish American. You're not German American. Look, I have pride in my heritage, where I came from. I'm Irish, German, and Native American. But do I consider myself a German? I have a funny story about this, and this kind of proves my point about the whole BS on putting a different country's name in front of America. My buddy went to Germany to just visit there. And this guy's white, he has German heritage, so he's going around telling people, oh yeah, I'm German. And he got the weirdest reactions from people. The main one was, where is your accent? You're not German. Oh, okay, your great grandfather was born in Germany and then y'all came to the United States, you're an American. And the only reason why it's used is for really financial gain, and so you can get stuff from the government because they feel like they have to support the indigenous people of the United States. If you were born in the United States, you have the same freedoms, you have the same privilege that y'all like to talk about, you have the same opportunity as any other American. Anyways, but I want to go over the humor of what this guy wrote as far as how these cities for just black people would look. And I quote, these African American autonomous regions would be turned into their own cities with their own mayor and own city council members operating separately and free from control by the present DC government. Okay, do it. You're gonna last maybe a month. And then you're gonna say, hey, US government, we need funding. And then all of a sudden you're back to being in the United States and not some fantasy land in Rainbow Town. East of the Anacostia River is the perfect area for a African American autonomous region because it is 90% African American and has been systemically isolated / segregated from the rest of DC. And then just to top it all off, he says to deny African Americans autonomous regions in DC would be denying our basic human rights. By not letting you create your own nation in the United States is not denying you your basic human rights. You have freedoms in the US, which means that if you want to leave and go to some island in the middle of nowhere and start your own nation, I'm sure you could do that if you had enough resources to do it. The problem is you want our government's help. I mean, legitimately think about this. Do you think if North Korea, Kim Jong-un, came to the US and said, you know what? I really like Alabama. These folks are badass down here. I think I'm just gonna carve out a piece for North Korea and make it a North Korean autonomous zone. The US military government would give them the finger and say, good luck. But no. Our own people in our country want to do that. And they expect us to be like, okay, great. Can I bring anything? Maybe some soups, maybe some firewood. It may get cold because you guys aren't gonna have your own power grid and stuff like that. Anything I can do for you? I think it's time that everybody gets real with what they think is realistic in this nation. Stop with these crazy ideas.